Hello and welcome to episode 71 of the Breaking Yarn podcast. My name is Michaeli. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and this is my podcast where I talk about knitting, crocheting, and yarn dyeing. And you can find me online at breakingyarn.com or anywhere on social media at Breaking Yarn. Today, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but I have 4 finished objects and 0 WIPS. I have one design that I'm working on, but I'm not quite ready to share it on the podcast or with the world yet because I want to see if it's going to work out before I share it. I've already ripped it a couple of times, so I'm not sure. I want to make sure it's working out before I share it. So I have 4 finished objects, but let's just start with what I am wearing. Today I am wearing my Ravelry. It's a pattern, I can't remember the name of the designer, but I will put it on the screen. And I knit this in Boam fibers. I'm not sure if they're dyeing anymore. I haven't actually seen them on Instagram in a while, but I think, sometimes with the algorithms, if I don't engage enough with people's posts that I'm following, then sometimes it doesn't show me their content, which is really annoying. So I need to get better at hitting that following button at the top so that you click on the Instagram logo and then it says following. It's like a little drop down menu. I need to be better about clicking on that so I can see actual content that I'm following and not just all this suggested stuff from things that I like. But anyways, that's a side tangent. Let's move on to the finished objects. My first finished object is this classic ribbed hat. It's a free pattern by Pro Soho. I finished this for the Summer Sailor Stitch Along 2025, which is now complete. I'm only waiting on a few straggler hats, and then I will be packaging all of these up to go over to hats for sailors. And I will be announcing winners soon. I wanted to wait to not do it on this episode just because I'm waiting for a few stragglers and I want to make sure that I include them in the giveaway for the prizes. And there's still some popping up saying, oh, I forgot to do this and I forgot to do that. So I just want to make sure I have everyone in the drawing before I do those for prizes. But anyways, so this is the classic ribbed hat, which I am actually really enjoying this pattern a lot for hats. And I knit this out of knitted wit. Oh, I have the tag. I hit it in the brim. I always say rim. Why do I always say rim? It's a brim. Okay, knitted wit in the Gila Cliff Dwellings National Monument colorway. And I know that's long, and it was a New Mexico colorway that I got. And actually, if you remember, I had lost at Yarn Chicken on this, but my friend Courtney from Shea Crochet on Instagram, she actually knit the same hat out of the same colorway and sent me the leftovers so that I could finish up the top of my hat without having to rip. So isn't that so great of her? Now I have a finished object and another hat that I get to send to the hats for sailors. Okay, my second finished object is this Nuotio Hat. This was a test knit by Anna Judy Knits. Annie Judy, I don't know how to say her Instagram name, but I will put it on the screen. And I loved the way that the hat looks. It has a folded, and the pattern is out now, by the way. It has a folded brim. And I did mine in Jane Margalis, which is from my shop, and this is in Swish DK. And then I used a DK mini in hazmat suit for the contrasting color. And I just love this hat. So next month, I'm gonna go to a Pittsburgh game in Pittsburgh, and we're gonna go to a Penguins game. So I thought I need a hat that will keep me warm, cool. It'll keep me warm inside the arena since it's ice, and I thought I would probably get cold from that. So I thought this was a super cute hat. And when I saw her test knit, I was like, Yes, please. And for one, it's easy. It's an easy knit because it's a hat, and so the timeline is not so long. But so I said yes, and she accepted me. So I'm super happy. Nuotio is a Finnish word for fire or campfire. And yeah, I actually knit her Zigzag Zen blanket for my daughter, which I will show a little bit later as an acquisition, I guess. But yeah, no, this was super fun to knit. I really enjoyed it. I love how it looks. It's very Steeler-esque and penguin-esque, and I'm happy about that. So we'll see. It might not be my only Steelers penguin themed knitting that's coming. I have one other idea. Maybe I'll talk about a future cast on that I'm thinking about. All right, that was finished object number 2. Finished object number 3, surprise, surprise, is another hat, and then specifically another classic ribbed hat. This is a free pattern by Pearl Soho, and I used the colorway. Where did I put the tag for this one? I don't know. I used Avery Lane Creations in the Candied Mermaid Lemonade colorway. And because it's held double, it's marled, and I just love how it turned out. This hat is for me. It was not for the Summer Sailor Stitch Along. This is one of those like single special skeins I had in my stash that I knew I wanted to use. I knew I wanted to use it up in a cool way, but I'm always kind of afraid to use those special skeins, and I decided to just go for it. I've been enjoying this hat pattern, the way that it fits and the way that it looks, and so I just decided, just do it. Just use those favorite skeins, and this is perfect because it's 1 skein of fingering weight yarn held double since it's a DK weight pattern. And I love how it turned out. It's super cute. Ah, I'm so excited. Yeah, is there more to say about that? I've already talked about this pattern like 4 times. I think this is only my 3rd hat though, but I've, had WIPS and things like that. But yeah, I love this pattern. It's a great fit, and yeah, what more can you ask for? And it's free. So my last finished object is a pair of socks that I finished for the Nitty Bitty Sisters treasure hunt cowl that they hosted over on Instagram. And their idea was to search or go on a treasure hunt through Ravelry to look for a pattern for socks that has less than 10 project and is more than a year old. Just to kind of bring some other designs kind of to light. And I thought that was a really fun idea, so I participated. So I made the You Matter socks. These are a free pattern, and basically it's a vanilla knit sock, and then you duplicate stitch the You and the Matter. And then also you duplicate stitch these semicolons, and I chose the heart motif just because I liked it better, and I chose to stick it on the outside of my foot, so it's like this when I wear them, which then spells to me You Matter. I know, is that opposite there? No, You Matter. And I have actually never done duplicate stitch before, and so this was a very nice experience to do it, to try it out. It's a lot easier than I thought it was, which is great. I like to push myself out of my comfort zone as far as my crafting goes. And I loved the message of these socks. It says You Matter, and it's because your life is important, your life matters. The lady who designed these socks, she also sells yarn, self-striping yarn, ironically, even though this yarn is not from her. Her brand name is called Always Be Kind Yarn, And it's because her 25-year-old daughter took her own life with suicide. And so I related to these socks. My grandmother did the same thing when I was 10 years old. And it was a very difficult time in our life for our family. So I liked these. It brings a little bit of like suicide awareness. There's a lot of people who feel hopeless these days. And I just want you to know that there's a God who loves you and your life is important and it matters. And he died on the cross for your sins. And if you accept him into your heart and into your life, then he can seriously do wonders and change your life like he did mine. So I just wanted to put that out there. If you need prayer or you need anything, please leave me a comment or send me a DM on Instagram. I'd be happy to pray with you. Yeah, but those are my other finished objects, the You Matter socks and You Matter too. I also wanted to announce the giveaway winner from my Clean With Me video that is over here on YouTube. I picked, I don't know where the mini went. Oh, it's right here. It was for this sock set, which is a one-of-a-kind main skein with this light blue and some black and a little bit of purple and pink and a mini skein. So thank you to everyone who commented on that video. The winner is Teresa Knitting Dancer 9052. So if that's you, please send me an email, breakingyarn@gmail.com, and I will get this skein sent over to you. Congratulations. I actually forgot to talk about a future cast on. I just purchased the Flipdana pattern from DetroitKnots. And I was thinking it might be really cool to do it in hazmat suit and Jane Margolis as well, so that the yellow and black are together on the one side and then just yellow on the other side. So that's my future cast on. I'm in the process of looking for Tunisian crochet sets. I don't have any and I only have these few Tunisian crochet hooks that I got just to practice some swatches with, but I know that these aren't going to be comfortable for like an actual long-term project. It's more for just learning. And so I'm in the process of looking for a Tunisian crochet set that has like a cable and it's interchangeable. So keep a lookout. I might be posting about that soon, and maybe on the next episode I might have a WIP. We'll have to see. My one acquisition is this blanket ladder that I got to display my hand knit blankets. It was super easy to put together, and I will put the link down in the description box in case you are interested in getting your own. I will have winners for the Summer Sailor Stitch Along 2025 coming in the next episode. Again, I wanted to wait for a few stragglers just to make sure I have everyone in my drawings before I draw for prizes, which will be coming soon. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 71 of the Breaking Yarn podcast. I hope you have a blessed day and a wonderful week, month, evening, morning, whenever you're watching this. Have a good day. Bye.